Well, welcome in here to tonight's game at Clinton Prairie. The Stars traveling out here to Frankfort, Indiana for this game. We're about 30 seconds into the game due to some technical difficulties. But the Stars have the ball. No points scored to this point, and the Stars trying to change that right here.
Yeah, and the Stars already have a sub their first player in Jake Jones 5 seconds into the game for Brett Wethington. Not sure if that was an accidental start, but I'm sure there was a motive obviously there for Burkett.
Yeah, I was told before the game that Jones would be starting, so I feel like you might be onto something there with your accidental start, because it was a plan to start Jones. You saw Wethington in there. It got fixed though, and a minute into it, Jake Jones is the one on the floor for the Stars in that 5th slot.
You just wonder if maybe he meant if Western Boone were to lose the tip for Wethington to be in on that defensive possession to start the game, set the tone. Nevertheless, quick tip pass by McAtee. They're going to call it off of him. It's going to be Gopher ball about a minute into this ball game.
Yeah, this Clinton Prairie team, they're 18-4 coming into this game. The Stars at 10-11, but Clinton Prairie have not played the type of teams that the Stars have played, namely Zionsville and Westfield.
Yeah, Clinton Prairie in a conference with a couple of 1A schools, a couple of 2As. The first 3 of the game goes up. Surprised to see that quick. Clinton Prairie not shooting a lot of threes on the year. Only 3 players on the varsity roster have made a 3 this year. Quick shot nevertheless by one of those shooters, McGraw.
Yeah, but Clinton Prairie is very good shooting below the basket here, so if they can get their offense running and they can get under the basket, then they will be running on all cylinders.
For the Stars, the key is going to be limit turnovers, this 2-1-2 pressure that will turn into a press at some points. See that defense working right now. Clinton Prairie doing a good job not allowing the Stars to score. Been scoring a lot of points in these recent games. It's always tough always be a slow start. You're facing a defense you have yet to see on the year. Cole puts up a 3, misses that.
Here's a 2 from McAtee's missed as well. The fight for the ball is won by Clinton Prairie and Bailey Good. So now we're going to see this Prairie offense as they're trying to run through some stuff. Scoreless to this point in the first quarter. And at the end of the first half of the JV game, the score was only 6-14 in Western Boone's favor. They ended up winning that game in the end, but just to show these two teams, they were very slow scoring in the game before, and obviously that has continued here. A drive to the basket is made, a 2-pointer by the starter, Caleb Peters. Was not originally listed as a starter, but ended up getting the nod, being senior night. He's one of the 3 seniors, one of the 4 seniors, that is.
See McAtee head to the free throw line. Been a bit more aggressive in offense. Could see these last couple of games. Scoring in the double digits a couple times. So you mentioned when all 5 of them can get going at the end of the Stars can have a potent offense, putting up points in the 80s multiple times this year.
Yeah, and McAtee, he had that wrist injury or the hand injury that he was going through earlier in the season. And it seemed like after he had missed a few games of that, he was really a revitalized player, and he's been playing really well to this point. 1-2 game. This to tie it from Jonathan McAtee, and he does.
As you mentioned, Nathaniel, going back to the records, Clinton Prairie 8-4, playing in a lot of 1A and 2A schools, though. That's a good thing for the Stars heading into sectional play. Another opponent that they will face next week, likely. So good competition here, hoping to end the season at 500. You see a missed 3 there by Spencer Wright after he sends McGraw to the ground. And then a foul by Hull. It's going to send number 4, Bailey Good, to the free throw line.
Quick foul there, 1 for each team to this point, and only a made basket from each team right now as well. Trying to change that from the free throw line. Successful is Bailey Good. Second one missed. Rebound by Good himself. So now Prairie going to run through their offense once again. A 5'11" point guard sets up his offense.
Prairie, like we mentioned, very methodical offense. If they're gonna get a shot, it's likely gonna be in the paint, and they're not gonna go until they get a good look. See by this possession right here, that's lapsed over a minute.
Down low, the shot. Oh, it's out. Not quite what Clinton Prairie envisioned when they threw that one up. It was so close, but missed nevertheless. Right with it now over to Stoudemire. And now we're seeing a 2-3 zone from this Clinton Prairie team, a team that came in after that three-pointer by Jake Jones. Clinton Prairie came in showing quite a bit of a 2-1-2 defense throughout most of the season. That's what Coach Burkett had prepared for, and they come out with a 2-3 zone. I'm sure Coach is not the least bit surprised. Spencer Wright with a layup is in.
Wright had a chance for that dunk, might have gone for it if it's a different score. Stars up 7 now, though, on the smart decision.
Yeah, and like I was saying, this defense for Clinton Prairie, not quite what we expected talking to Coach Burkett, but I'm sure that he was prepared for this as well. He's had 6 days to prepare for this game, and he's been telling me throughout the week, really excited to play this team. Of course, Clinton Prairie is in the sectional, hosted at Western Boone this upcoming week next week. So this game here tonight, a very good test to see how each of these two teams would do in the sectionals. First free throw's in. Shot there by Caleb Peters.
Number 15, Garrett McGraw.
First sub of the night, a brother for brother switch. Garrett McGraw coming in for Grant McGraw. Is that free throw's good?
Number 24, Drew Blacker.
And then there we saw Peters head to the bench in favor of Drew Blacker. Blacker, the sophomore, was originally slated to start tonight before a last-minute decision was made to put the senior in and Peters instead. Stoudemire for a 3 to make it 10. No, he won't. And Prairie with the ball after the rebound. Could be stolen. Possession retained by Good. Very aggressive defense at this point for Western Boone. But a hold down low and the shot made. Drew Blacker showing his worth coming off the bench. The 6'1" sophomore. And now we're all tied up at 7, but here's a 3 once again to make it 10, and it will this time. Jonathan McAtee from the left wing.
Yeah, good driving dish there by Wright. Could have gone for a tough layup. Saw McAtee open in the corner, though, for his second made basket of the day.
Inside, the shot missed. Rebound yet to be determined. That's Connor Hull for the Stars. And he's racing up his team looking for points early. And he's fouled as he goes to the basket. Is Connor Hull fouled by number 15, Garrett McGraw.
At the line for Western Boone, number 22, Connor Hull, 2 shots.
Hull to the line. He'll have 2 opportunities here.
Hull steadily climbing throughout the year on that free throw percentage, right around 60% now, down as low as 45 though earlier in the year, so been making some more.
And that's something that the previous coach, Coach Licklider for Western Boone last year, really stressed was the free throws. And here you can see that in some of these guys, how strict they are shooting, trying to get those high percentages. You know, this game kind of reminds me of Western Boone a couple of weeks ago. They played against Speedway. Here after this drive, we'll explain that. Made shot by Trevor Funk. So the Stars, they travel to Speedway. Speedway at this point only won 3 or 4 games in the season, but they've played against a lot of really tough teams. You know, being in Indianapolis, played a lot of those really higher up teams, and they didn't have as good of a record to show for it, but they upset Western Boone. Here I feel like Western Boone coming in, they don't have nearly the record that Clinton Prairie does. They've only lost 4 games as Prairie, but the Stars, they've played a lot tougher opponents here, and they're up by 3 on the scoreboard. There the steal into the hands of Funk, and the pass, the shot is in by Caleb Peters. And now we have a 1-point game with 10 seconds to go. Stoudemire to right. Stoudemire forgets to look at the clock. He has to shoot a 3, forced and missed. Stoudemire looking over at his coach and then realizes, oh, hang on a second, I got to shoot. And you saw it was unsuccessful after 1. Score 12-11. The visiting Stars ahead by 1 against the Clinton Prairie Gophers. And with that, we will take a break here and be back momentarily on WBTV Sports.
WBTV Sports would like to take this time to recognize the Lebanon Martial Arts Academy. The academy is conveniently located next to the Lebanon Movie Theater. For more information, check out their website at www.lebanonmartialartsacademy.com or call at 765-335-2080.
We're back here. By we, I mean Nathaniel Finch and Tyler Brenny for WBTV Sports. And after the first quarter of play, the Stars, they're only up by 1 coming here into Clinton Prairie's territory. And we'll see Prairie will start with the ball possession arrow in their favor.
Saw the pace pick up a little bit there toward the last 3 or so minutes of the first quarter. We'll see offense provided in those last 3 minutes. See if that pace keeps up or we go back to what it was like in the beginning.
Here's a 3. That one's missed. You mentioned Prairie not the most dominant of 3-point shooting teams, and shows there with missed shots. Called with the foul is Drew Blacker. The 3rd one called against the Gophers. 5th of the game. And now Stoudemire to bring the ball up across the timeline.
Didn't see any scoring from Stoudemire in that first quarter. Only starter not to score for the Stars.
Here's the layup, reverse missed by McAtee. Rebounded by Blacker, who's been everywhere since he came in off the bench. But the errant pass does not connect between Good and Peters. The Stars with the ball out of bounds with a 1-point lead and about 40 seconds into this second quarter of play. Stoudemire to right, gonna go inside for 2, but a foul called. That's a charge as Spencer Wright looked like he sent Drew Blacker to the ground.
Yeah, it looked like a little bit of a flop there, but the ref saw the charge there, gave it to Wright for only the team's 3rd foul, so neither team in terrible foul trouble as of now.
Bringing the ball up the court, point guard Bailey Good, the 5'11 senior, and now driving inside to the basket with some room. The errant pass trying to do a little too much there behind the back was Jacob Fullerton, and now Stoudemire will go inside and will be fouled on his trip to the free throw line. He will have 2 shots and could extend this lead to 3. Called with the foul was Jacob Fullerton, who caused the turnover and then went down trying to play hero and got caught.
Yeah, good move though there, really. You'd rather make Stoudemire go for 2 free throws here, even though he's a good free throw shooter. Always more of a chance he's going to miss a free throw than a wide open layup, so it being his first foul of the game, not a terrible play there.
4th team foul, 7th between each of these 2 teams, and he will be sent to the bench. In relief, Trevor Funk, who's played very well himself, he will be the one to take it out of bounds.
Yeah, Funk wanted 2 sophomores on this roster. Both sophomores starting, him and Blacker.
And both these benches are 2 or 3 people deep after that starting 5. Here's a nice move inside, but layup missed. And a scoring drought for Clinton Prairie. As of late, the Stars, just a couple points to their name since we came out of the break.
Yeah, and it's in moments like these, the Stars going to have to capitalize when Prairie droughts, get a little bit of a run going to that in the first quarter, and same way goes for the Gophers. The Stars start to slow down, chance to take that lead, score a couple quick baskets in a row.
Driving inside now, stopping, makes a shot, but it is fouled, or excuse me, blocked by Jonathan McAtee. Going up looking for the points is Bailey Good. Here's the shot, is in. Stoudemire got that one to fall through.
Yeah, Stoudemire's first basket of the game. A good job there. Layup in traffic. Didn't really see how it had a chance to go in, but it floated in nevertheless.
Gophers now down 5. Wanting the 3 there looked to be Caleb Peters, but he'll pass it off nevertheless. Wise decision. He has it right now at the volleyball line. You mentioned it, Tyler. This team, they're going to keep moving around until they can find that open shot. Here it is. The shot is made. A deuce there by Trevor Funk, the 6'3" sophomore.
Yeah, Funk just a 4-inch size advantage on Stoudemire there in the post. Got a mismatch and did a good job of just going straight up and making an easy layup for his second basket.
Stoudemire will set up this offense. And now we're starting to see this 2-on-2 defense more from Clinton Prairie. Here's a shot, 3 ball from the corner, air ball. Rebounded by Freeman, who got it quickly out over to Cortez Stoudemire. And Stoudemire will back up and call a new play. Here's a step back 3 from Stoudemire, not able to make it. Going out of bounds, a foul called. One thing that this defense for Clinton Prairie's been doing, they've been leaving one guy open. Of course, with that 2-1-2 defense, you've got one guy manning the middle of the floor, which will leave a guy open on the perimeter. But the Stars, by the time the ball gets passed over there to the wide open man, then the defense starts to collapse on it. And a bit of a forced shot there as Stoudemire tried to step back. Foul sent Freeman to the line, but he missed the first.
One thing also, another downfall of that 2-1-2 zone is if more than 3 Stars crash the board, there's not enough men for the Gophers to box them all out. You've seen a lot of offensive rebounds.
Yeah, but it does put a lot of pressure on this Stars defense, especially behind the arc. And it's worked to this point in the season for Clinton Prairie, who's only lost 4 games. Those 4 losses, though, 3 of those came against winning teams. The first one of the season against Frankfurt. Frankfurt struggled this year, but after that they lost to LCC 35-28, low scoring game. Lost to McCutcheon 62-32, then to Covington 58-44. So 3 pretty quality teams there that defeated the Gophers. There's some nice passing with a shot is missed though is Freeman. Put back is in, and you saw a nice series there between the senior trio of Wright, Stoudemire, and Freeman, who's played together their whole lives, and it's been fun to see their chemistry these last few games. They've started to really dip into some pretty neat passes down under the basket, as you saw there. Some interesting shots as well as of late. With that, we will take a timeout up here. Nathaniel and Tyler for WBTV Sports.
This portion of the game is being brought to you by Wine Coop Accounting Services. Give them a call at 317-441-8135 and let them take the stress out of your taxes. Wine Coop Accounting Services has over 30 years tax experience and specializes in small business accounting financial reports. That number again is 317-441-8135.
Back on here to the floor. 19-13 is the score. Western Boone ahead on the scoreboard, 19-13. And Tyler, you just got back from a dodgeball tournament to conclude National FFA Week at Western Boone. How'd that go?
Went pretty well for us. 7-1 on the day. Champions, the John Brunty MVP of the tournament.
Who else was on your team? Of course, you and your dad, Mr. Brunny, the math teacher, math department chair at Western Boone.
Yeah, a couple of softball players, 4 softball players on the team. Good sign, obviously, for the future. Spring sports, Hannah Redland, Hillary Reed, Emily Conyer, and Victoria Grimes. Team that came up really just 2 days ago. Just a lot of fun, a great way to end off FFA week, which has been a great week, a lot of fun stuff that they're putting together, and a good way to recognize them.
Yeah, and that dodgeball tournament, everyone gets super competitive. All day today, all I've been hearing is, oh, dodgeball tournament, we're going to beat you guys, we're going to win. This group says they're going to win. It is pretty interesting to see how that all turned out. I was rooting for Mr. Brunny's team. You don't see teachers enter quite as often as you do students.
Yeah, you saw Randolph and McKinney last year. Brunny, the only teacher this year. Good to get some teachers in there, let them have some fun along with the students in the dodgeball tourney.
Back to the game, though. 19-15, you see the score, Stoudemire. And once again, an open man, no longer open once that pass went through the air. You gotta be careful if you're Western Boone trying to launch passes across the court. Here's a 3-jumper missed by McAtee. Rebound made by Funk. And now going inside, losing the ball. McAtee with a steal with the help of Spencer Wright. Here's Stoudemire, stops for 3, made, but they're gonna call it a travel before he shot. And the basket's no good. The deep 3 negated from Stoudemire.
Good shot, though. Even if it doesn't count, good to get him going first 3 made of the night. See if that's a momentum shifter at all, even if it doesn't go in, to know that he's going to be making those shots throughout the night.
With the inbound here, and now running through their offense, we see a lot of passing here from this offense of Clinton Prairie. They're going to go inside, though. The pass out to the corner. The 3 from that spot is missed from the left hand of Garrett McGraw. And now another 3. This one is made. The tray by number 20, Grant McGraw.
Grant McGraw, one of those 2 3-point shooters that typically starts. Now you see a jump ball.
The possession arrow, I believe, will be in favor of Western Boone. It will. And I'm looking at these shot charts per player, Tyler. And you see the 2 guys who stand out from behind the arc, Grant McGraw, who we just saw, and Caleb Peters. They are pretty much the only guys on the floor here who make 3-pointers for Clinton Prairie. And you saw the deep one from McGraw. Actually, his first from that area in the last 5 games. Foul called. Looked to be the reach in from Stoudemire, and we will see now Drew Blacker at the line, shooting 2.
Yeah, Stars just getting sloppy on offense, really. A couple of easy mistakes there. Good defense by McGraw, the sophomore that is, Garrett McGraw, excuse me. A couple of steals on a couple possessions, and now Clinton Prairie ties it up with that free throw.
For Western Boone, number 24, James Jones.
Tied at 19, this for the lead. No, he won't. Rebound by Stoudemire and the Stars. With 2 minutes to go in the second quarter of play. Here's Western Boone traveling out here to Frankfort, trying to come out with the lead at the half. Stoudemire uses the screen from Freeman. He's going inside for the shot. He will be fouled and sent to the free throw line. And Tyler, just how good is Cortez Stoudemire from that free throw line?
Stoudemire about 80%. Started out a little slower than usual. We say slow, still a 75% free throw shooter, but not quite at his pace. Been picking it up a lot like the team has an average. expect them to make both of them now at this point.
The shot from the free throw line, that's made. Now, you mentioned kind of disappointing that he was only at the 75% mark, up to 80% now. Reminds me, last night watching some of the NFL Combine, we saw Henry Ruggs, the wide receiver. He came in hoping to break the Combine record for fastest 40-yard dash. He ended up, the record was 4.22, set by John Ross in 2017. He ended up with a 4.27, only 0.5 of a second off and from the record, and he was disappointed that he did that bad, but still, 4.27 is one of the best numbers ever by a wide receiver in the Combine, and it's funny how he was disappointed at such a good number because he couldn't get to that 4.22, 4.21 mark.
Yeah, and that upset nature actually shows that he will be a good competitor as we get a layup by Blacka there. Wethington falls down, but if someone's upset at being the second best ever, that shows they've got that drive. They want to be the best.
Here's the deep three from Jones, left wing miss, too strong. Rebound by Garrett McGraw.
Yeah, not a great shot there by Jones. Early in possession, deep behind the arc.
Coming inside, needing to pass it back out. 40 seconds to go. And yeah, Ruggs along with Jerry Jeudy, two of the top 3 projected wide receivers in this class. I'm a Broncos fan. I'm hoping that Henry Ruggs maybe goes at number 15 to Denver, see some speed over there. But that's all right. We'll get back to basketball now after I got my blurb out of the Combine. 20 seconds to go, holding for the last shot. Caleb Peters, and a timeout called by Clinton Prairie. We'll stay here, though. 30-second timeout, only 18 seconds to go. Just trying to get this play, a last play, to take the momentum into halftime is Clinton Prairie. What do the Stars need to do on defense?
Stars just need to buckle down. It's a huge momentum shift against them. Clinton Prairie hadn't had the lead since early in this first quarter, so they get the lead going into halftime. A home crowd Friday night, senior night. All the momentum favored on their side. Get pumped up in half, and you know Burkett's going to come out, make some adjustments, and the offense and the defense, but basketball is a lot of momentum, so you want to have that rolling with you heading into the second half.
With the inbound and only 15 seconds to go. Clinton Prairie now down to 10. This manufactured play, we'll see how well it works. 7 seconds. Inside, rebound, Wright has 3 seconds to shoot one from the volleyball line. Oh, he won't. Close, though.
Your halftime score, Clinton Prairie 21, Western Boone 21.
Tied at 21 to go in half. After both these teams back and forth throughout, we saw quite a bit of mistakes on the floor, Tyler.
Yeah, a lot of just aggressive offense, really, for aggressive defense, that is, for the Gophers, causing a lot of turnovers, causing a lot of havoc. Stars aren't used to facing a lot of pressure, but not that 2-1-2. Then for the Stars, obviously, miscues on offense, but allowing a lot of offensive rebounds on defense, getting their own, but need to jump out, assert their dominance down in the paint. They can do that and jump ahead of what is Clinton Prairie's strong suit. They'll have a good chance in the second half.
Yeah, we'll see how this second half goes here shortly, as we are tied at 21, and one of these teams will obviously come out victorious and be headed into sectionals with quite a bit of confidence. Whoever wins this game really has to feel good about their chances in sectionals, and at least if this game is close, I feel like sectionals is going to be a very fun matchup. If these two teams do meet next week, it'll be next Friday. The Stars will play host to Fountain Central, and then Clinton Prairie waiting in that bye spot for Friday. The winner plays Saturday for the championship. That will all be held at Western Boone, but before we get to that, we have another half of regular season basketball to go after this.
WBTV Sports would like to take this time to recognize the Lebanon Martial Arts Academy. The academy is conveniently located next to the Lebanon Movie Theater. For more information, check out their website at www.lebanonmartialartsacademy.com or call at 765-335-2700. 2080.
WBTV Sports is proud to welcome LSI Lawn and Landscape Services to our broadcast family. Give Landon a call or text at 317-430-5007. LSI is your proven leader for all your turf care needs, from mowing and trimming to tree and shrub installation. LSI can even handle all your snow removal needs. That's LSI Lawn and Landscape Services.
This portion of the game is being brought to you by Winecoop Accounting Services. Give them a call at 317-441-8135 and let them take the stress out of your taxes. Winecoop Accounting Services has over 30 years tax experience and specializes in small business accounting financial reports. That number again is 317-441-8135.
Do you need shirts for a school, business, club, or anything else? Give Willie Smith and Smith Tees Screen Printing a call. Smith Tees will give you excellent service with satisfaction guaranteed. Just call 765-436-7930.
Looking for some tasty options at your next event? Give Cochran's Catering and Cakes a call. No job is too big or too small at Cochran's. For all your catering and cake needs, contact Beth at 765-676-6369. Opus Packaging is a proud sponsor of WBTV Sports. Opus Packaging provides customers with the best packaging and distribution solutions to meet your specific needs. Check out Opus Packaging online at www.opuspkg.com.
WBTV Sports would like to recognize Thompson Lawn Mowing for helping make this broadcast possible. For all your lawn mowing needs, contact John Thompson at Thompson Mowing at 765-366-5070.
Whitaker Glass and Mirror, located across from the Lebanon Municipal Building, has been serving the Boone County area for nearly 15 years. Whitaker takes care of windows, specialty glass, mirrors, windshields, and more. Contact Troy and Janie at 765-482-1500 or online at www.whitglass.com.
Smart Manufacturing is always there for your welding, fabrication, and design needs. Locally owned and operated by Gary Cummins and Dale Thompson. Stop by their new facility 7 miles south of Lebanon on Lebanon-Pittsboro Road. Or you can always give them a call at 765-481-8650. That's Smart Manufacturing.
Hoosier Agromag certified and experienced team of professionals provides planning, design, sales, construction, service, and parts for farm and small commercial grain systems. The construction team's clean and quick approach assures the most efficient option for you while keeping your facility operating at its best with an eye for the future. Give Hoosier Agromag a call at 765-436-2203 or visit their website at HoosierAg.com.
This portion of the broadcast is being brought to you by Jones Home Services. They're a 24-hour heating and cooling specialist. Give them a call at 317-753-0230 or check them out online at joneshomeservices.biz for all your home and improvement needs.
Bob's Concessions sells foods such as Polish and Italian sausage, tenderloins, hamburgers, hot dogs, fries, and more. You can find Bob Campbell and his delicious food truck at events such as the Turning of the Leaves Festival and other fairs around the area. For more information, call 317-850-6491.
Thanks to JL Hardwood and Flooring Restorations for making this broadcast possible. Our friends at JL Hardwood and Flooring Restorations do custom inlays, refinishing, laminate, and vinyl plank flooring. Give Jesse and Kristen a call at 765-894-5978 or check them out on Facebook. That's JL Hardwood and Restoration.
St. Adrian Meats and Sausage, located on the square in downtown Lebanon, offers locally raised and handcrafted proteins. Experts in livestock production and nutrition, their core value is that quality protein begins with exceptional nutrition. From birth to butcher, they know exactly what is in their products and how the animals are raised. Support your Boone County butchers and buy local. St. Adrian is open Fridays from noon until 6 and Saturdays from 10 to 4.
Lamar & Lamar Insurance strives to provide the highest quality insurance and service at the best possible price. Give Nick Threlkeld a call at 317-973-5700, or you can contact him by the email on your screen. Lamar & Lamar can take care of your insurance for auto, home, health, life, farm, and business.
Ready to make a move? Then look no further than Moody & Company, powered by Keller Williams Realty, as a top 5% real estate team in all of Boone County and greater Indianapolis. Moody & Company works hard so you don't have to. So when moving time comes, you better get moving with Moody. Call 765-336-1622 today.
Podcast is brought to you in part by Collins Equipment. Located in Thorntown, Collins Equipment specializes in high-quality used tractors, trucks, and equipment. You can reach Chris Collins at 317-347-0074 or at collinseq@yahoo.com. You can visit their website at collinseq.com as well. Contact Collins Equipment today.
The Jamestown Lions Club has been serving the Boone County area for many years. If you'd like to be part of the great organization, stop by the Jackson Township Historical Society on the third Monday of every month and check it out. All meetings are open to the public. That's the Jamestown Lions Club.
C&J Well Company is a proud sponsor of WBTV Sports. This locally owned family business can help you with high-quality wells, pumps, and water treatment. Give them a call at 317-852-9355 and ask about their $100 savings for a 6-point inspection fall special. Bacteria sampling, pump tests, pressure tank tests, and flow evaluation, C&J Well Company can do it all. Jamestown Christian Church is a proud sponsor of WBTV Sports. Sunday service takes place at 9 a.m. for life groups, 10 a.m. for worship, and 5 p.m. for youth group. Jamestown Christian Church. Small church, big heart.
We are back here at Clinton Prairie High School. The Gophers tied with the Stars 21-21 here through the first half of play. We got about 2 minutes to go before we resume action here. And Tyler, what are some keys for the second half?
Keys, as we mentioned earlier, Stars have to dominate their present and play early if they want to really jump ahead in this game, assert dominance.
And really hold up against this pressure. At least Stoudemire, he has hit 1-3 and it didn't count, okay? He has not been hot from behind the line. He's been able to get going under the basket. But what this 2-1-2 defense for Clinton Prairie is doing is forcing the hand of the Stars. When they have open looks, they're kind of forcing shots a little bit. You saw there were at times throughout that first half when the Stars would have a guy wide open from three, so they would just launch the ball, and the receiver of the ball thought, okay, if I'm wide open now, it means I have to shoot it. He would end up being covered eventually by the time he got the ball, and then would just force a shot. So really trying to hold up against this pressure. You don't have to shoot it if you're open, okay, because obviously Clinton Prairie's defense, they're playing very fast and closing that gap quickly. You may look like you're open, but that does not last very long.
Daniel, one thing the Stars have to realize, a predominant three-point shooting team, one of the best in the conference, really probably top 50% in the state, shoots a lot of threes. That's how they center their offense with great shooters like McAtee and Stoudemire. But with this pressure, they're going to have to look inside, look to players like Freeman and Wright on the inside. Only 1 3 made today, not usual for a Stars half. They got to realize, I'm sure Burkett realized that, made some plans to get them more in the paint. If they can win the paint battle versus Clinton Prairie, then they'll have a huge advantage because that is what Clinton Prairie thrives at and has thrived at throughout the season.
Yeah, looking at this shot chart, the last 5 games, Clinton Prairie shoots 82% from the left side below the basket and 65% right side below the basket. And that's basically where they shoot from. Most of their bread and butter comes from those 2 spots, left and right. They don't really shoot much from behind, from outside of that area, or from outside of the free throw and 3-point line. And it's huge. Clinton Prairie being able to hold Western Boone to only 1 or 2 made threes this first half. It's huge for them. They're really going to want to keep that going for their key to success here in order to keep this game close.
The Stars, as you mentioned, a good offensive production team, averaging on the year about 60 points per game, 21 in the first half, well below their half average. Clinton Prairie not quite as potent on offense, but doing a good job of limiting the Stars in that first half down to their offensive production.
Yeah, and Clinton Prairie, they thrive on defense. We mentioned one of their losses earlier in the season. They only scored around 20 points against LCC, I believe that was. A big defensive team that will end up tiring you out towards the fourth quarter. Taking the first shot there was Funk. And with a 2-point lead now is Clinton Prairie. The Stars trying to answer to that here. We'll see what kind of adjustments these coaches made at halftime. 2 very smart coaches. Here's Stoudemire, takes the 3, and that one's missed. Once again, seemed a little rushed as he was open, And then the gap closed pretty quickly by the defender Peters. Here's the three. That one's made. 3-point basket by Grant McGraw. And we've talked about it. He's one of the better 3-point shooters on this team for Clinton Prairie. He's made 2 of those here tonight. Ball on the ground, recovered by the Stars. And we will have to be jump ball, as Wright dove on the ball as well as a Gopher. Looked to be Funk was on the ground, and now he's a little shaken up. Bit of an ankle problem, it appears.
Yeah, that could be a problem for the Stars if McGraw starts to hit those threes. One of the better 3-point shooters on the team, one of the only 3-point shooters on the team. If he starts to hit those, then they have weapons from all over the court instead of just in the paint. It becomes harder to guard.
The Stars really need to start making some of their own. Wright included. He has the ball now. Stoudemire needs a few threes. He's made 1, like we mentioned, but the travel right before negated the validity of it. So we'll see. McAtee's made a couple. Jones has made 1. Hull has not really hit a 3 either. This defense for Clinton Prairie unique, where the Stars haven't seen it yet this year.
Yeah, and Stars just no gaps, no openings for this defense. Unable to take advantage of anything. There's a foul there on 24. That's going to be Black. That's going to be his second.
Yeah, as soon as the ball went out of the hands of Freeman, the whistle blew. The Stars got a little lucky there, as they will now retain possession. About 2 minutes into this third quarter, they have yet to score. Prairie has scored twice. Here's a 3 from Wright, needing it but missing it really far off. When you get those open looks, this Western Boone team needs to hit those threes. Here's a deep 3 by McGraw, and that one's missed. Rebound by Peters, who takes a 3 of his own, and that one's in. And now things are starting to heat up for Clinton Prairie. They have an 8-point lead after that series of 3-point baskets. The pressure, the steal, and now driving inside. Prairie looking for points, blocked by Wright. Good, try to go up, and now he's playing chase on defense. Wright loses the ball, turnover. And Clinton Prairie, last 5 games, they've been operating under a turnover percentage of around 23-24%. And that's been really a problem in the first couple quarters. Looking at the exact numbers here, 28% turnover percentage in the first quarter, 29 in the second, but then things start to slow down for him. In the third and fourth, only a 15% turnover percentage in the second half for Prairie. It's really been a problem that's bit them in the butt in the first half of games, and especially today, we saw it earlier, playing pretty sloppily. But come second half, things start to tighten. Here's a 3-point ball from McAtee. That one's in and out and missed. It's hard to watch this Stars team through the first 3 or so minutes into this game. Here's an open look from the layup. Fouled. Give him his points. That's Caleb Peters. Jones will be the one that went over the top and will get called with the first foul against the Stars. Second of this half by both teams combined. And we will now see Caleb Peters from the line. Caleb Peters, last 5 games, shooting around 70%, a bit under that. But he makes the and one opportunity successful. And the Stars in a big drought here, yet to score in the third quarter, 32-21 after these two teams were tied at that ladder mark. Jones gonna go up, try to go strong, give him his points. And one, will he complete the second and one play in a row from both these two teams?
Good move there by Jones. Had a couple of options, just take it himself. And one opportunity, puts the Stars on the board, see if he can open up the rim a little bit for him in this third quarter.
Shots made and one complete off of that free throw. And ending the drought is Jake Jones. Still down big, 32-24 the score. Driving inside, here's good. Loses the ball, but it will go off for the foot of a Star and remain Prairie possession. Now, Tyler, we're both young, aspiring broadcasters. Got a report here from the New York Post that Tony Romo has had his contract extended by CBS. He will now make $17 million per year, the most highly paid broadcaster, color analyst, TV analyst in NFL history, and TV history in general, that is.
Yeah, sees Wright go up against two Gophers there. Head to the line. Chance for them to score for the first time since the very beginning of the game, so they're going to call a foul on number 3, Caleb Peters.
I'm glad to see Tony Romo got to stay. There were talks of him going to maybe ESPN and joining their booth or leaving that CBS duo, but him and Jim Nance is so fun to listen to. Here from the free throw line is Spencer Wright. See how he does. His first shot made. Get another opportunity halfway through this third quarter.
Yeah, right. You look at his 66%, and you think that's not very high for this team average, but makes a lot of them when he needs to. As I said, though, he misses one. Makes a lot of clutch free throws, makes him in overtime. Had one little hiccup versus Speedway, but a consistent shooter that you can count on for the Stars, one of their senior leaders.
Finding an open lane, the shot, oh, it's missed. Rebounded by Jones, the shot by Garrett McGraw.
Yeah, he looked a little rushed there.
Jones looking for some points. He'll be fouled for his second consecutive drive to the basket. This one doesn't go in like the last one did, though, so he will have 2 shots from the free throw line.
Teams 4. 24, Jake Jones at the line. 2 shots.
Jones at the free throw line again. Made his first one. That free throw, Jake Jones leading scorer for the Stars right now. Stoudemire with 6, Jones with 7, McAtee with 5. So consistent scoring, but no one just really going and scoring a bunch of points for the Stars right now.
From the line, Jake Jones made both those shots, just as good as a made layup.
Stars doing a good job not letting the momentum jump too far. Down double digits, brings it back to 5 with some free throws.
With a pass outside, right wing 3 missed by Peters.
And that's going to be a quick foul on Bailey Good. This is going to be the team's 5th already. 3:23 left in this, so if games get close, Stars with 1 foul, Gophers with 5. Stars likely to have that free throw advantage.
Stars set out on offense. Garrett Morton will come into the game and will give Jonathan McAtee his first break of today's contest.
Morton came in a couple games ago last weekend, provided a spark plug on defense for the Stars. See if they're trying to do that now, get some momentum from the sophomore.
Spencer Wright now to Hull with a rush 3 and missed, but a foul called as Hull took the 3 from the left wing a little deep and shot it a little shallow. Prairie will be called to their 6th foul of this quarter, though, almost guaranteeing some bonus shots, likely double bonus for Western Boone.
It's going to be the 3rd foul on Fullerton, one of the starters, one of the seniors for this team leader, so got to be careful now. Every shot will result in free throws from now on.
Here's a 3 from Wright. He falls awkwardly, but gets up just fine after missing that shot. The Stars continuing that drought from behind the arc. Meanwhile, the deep 3 taken just for fun was made by Peters.
Yeah, basketball rolled on the court from the stand. Halted play there, and Peters just shot up a deep 3, made it.
That's something you don't see very often, a second basketball coming into play. Here, luckily for the Stars, as that deep 3 would have counted. Driving inside, pass out here from the corner, missed. Rebound Prairie. Another 3. That one is made by, guess who? Caleb Peters. 35-27 in a steal. Prairie with numbers and speed to the basket, but it's missed. Going up strong, but fouled. The number 22s from each team went up against it, and Funk will be fouled by Hull.
Actually going to call that foul on Stoudemire, his second, which is good for the Stars because that would have been Hull's third.
And now we've seen quite a bit of missed shots from under the basket here for Clinton Prairie. That's something that they've thrived on all year, is shooting from under the basket. They've struggled there today with some missed shots. The Stars, bit of a size advantage down there. From the line, 36-27, make that 37-27. So now Spencer Wright races up the court. Sense of urgency starting to rise here for the Stars as they're down by double digits on the road. The game that they've struggled mightily shooting. Here's Stoudemire, and once again, he's blocked on the forced three ball, but the pass races out of bounds as Funk tried to race after it.
Couldn't quite get there, and Stars, as you mentioned, that urgency pressing up a little bit. Got to get some quick baskets here. Wouldn't like to be down double digits heading into the fourth quarter.
Freeman comes onto the floor, sends Jones to the bench. And we'll see the Stars have a couple of defensive players now trying to lock up the scoreboard on the other side. But a nice shot there from Stoudemire. He's done it all.
Not sure how Stoudemire made that shot there. About 4 Gophers around him. Just put it up and put it in. His 4th made field goal of the game.
Here's another 3. That one does not connect. Out of bounds, Western Boone ball. And now we see Peters playing with quite a bit of confidence. He's not afraid to sling the ball around from behind the arc. See how that affects his 4th quarter. Going inside, Stoudemire's blocked and expertly throws it back into where it deflected off of the hands of Blacker. So Western Boone will still have possession. Stoudemire lobs the ball over to Wright. Something we heard on the reverse side of things during football season, Wright lobbing the ball to Stoudemire. But now with under a minute to go, here's a 3 by Hull. That one's too strong. 35 seconds. Looking for one last shot to extend the lead is Clinton Prairie. A made field goal would result in a double-digit lead heading into the 4th period tonight. $15 to go. Ball in the hand of Bailey Good. The move, now the pass. 6 seconds, the shot is in. 3 ball by Grant McGraw. And now the desperation 3 missed by the Stars. And ladies and gentlemen, we have an 11-point game in the 3rd quarter of play. Score 40-29. To conclude that 3rd period, 8 minutes to go in regulation here tonight. We will take a break and be back shortly on WBTV Sports.
Podcast is brought to you in part by Collins Equipment. Located in Thorntown, Collins Equipment specializes in high-quality used tractors, trucks, and equipment. You can reach Chris Collins at 317-347-0074 or at collinseq@yahoo.com. You can visit their website at collinseq.com as well. Contact Collins Equipment today.
Welcome back here to Clinton Prairie High School. You're looking in on the huddle of Western Boone as they are down by double digits here heading into the 4th quarter on the floor for Western Boone. will look to be the 5 players of Stoudemire, Wright, Hull, McAtee, and then Garrett Morton.
Starting lineup plus Blacker for the Gophers. We'll start with possession and look to just continue the onslaught, putting up 19 points in that that third quarter.
Foul called. Prairie now with the inbound. Going up strong, misses the shot. His own rebound, and the shot by Funk is made. And the Gophers, after putting up 6 quick fouls in the third, they've yet to put up that 7th bonus shot. Stoudemire with a pass, squeezes it in, ready for the 2. Has to throw it out. Here's a 3 by McAtee. Yes, sir! A much-needed 3 from McAtee.
McAtee's second 3 of the game. As you mentioned, much needed, put the Stars back within single digits. Now they start to employ pressure of their own.
Stolen by Wright. Wright races up the court. Stolen, but back in the hands of the Stars. And now Stoudemire over to Wright. McAtee's open for 3 possibly. He's been the most prolific shooter for the Stars from behind the arc today. Crisis averted into the hands of Hull. Here's the deep 3 from Stoudemire. That one's missed off target. Connor Hull called with his 3rd foul of the game. Only the 4th one called against the Stars here in this second half. 10-point game. The team with the lead has the ball. Now with a shot open down low over to the corner, backing things up. Here's a shot 3 from the corner. Yes, sir, that one's in as well. Kayla Peters with the tray from the far corner. And this team is rolling. They've only lost 4 this year, and they're showing it. Here's Stoudemire with a miss. Rebound, Morton. Morton goes up strong and misses his shot. Rebound, Stoudemire foul. Stoudemire to the line. We will see the 4th foul called against Jacob Fullerton. Coming in his relief will be number 24, Drew Blacker.
Since Stoudemire on the line, Gophers finally get that 7th foul. Stars chance from the line. Now they're going to need all of these. Come back 13 points in 6 minutes.
Here's the first shot of the 7th foul of the half is made. And the 1-on-1 Perks will give him a second opportunity.
Hits both those. Stoudemire, the first star into double digits today with 10 points.
6 to go in the game. Regulation, that is. Here's McGraw with a lob over to Funk. And the 6'3" Funk passes it out to Bailey Good.
Foul on Morton there. Reached in, and good job by Funk to retain that possession. Not try to go up too quick, up 11, no need to, and just restart the possession.
Yeah, Tyler, I was just about to make a comment about how well on defense we've seen Morton played, and sure enough, right before the words leave my mouth, he gets called to the foul.
Yeah, and Burkett can't be too upset with, though. Playing aggressive, though, trying to force havoc.
He's played pretty well on defense. There, I said it.
Prairie just going to dribble this ball around. No need to push anything here. Stars going to have to play aggressive defense.
A lot of pressure by this defense, but to no avail to this point. And now with an open shot down low is made, of course, by Drew Blacker. And there's the downfall of such a pressure defense. 3 missed by Spencer Wright. Him himself, he's been very cold today. Here's another 3. That one is in. He cannot be stopped. Caleb Peters. Timeout called by Coach Burkett as Prairie the first one to 50. And the Stars down big with time running out on the clock. We will take a break though and be back after this full timeout.
Smart Manufacturing is always there for your welding, fabrication, and design needs. Locally owned and operated by Gary Cummins and Dale Thompson. Stop by their new facility 7 miles south of Lebanon on Lebanon-Pittsboro Road. Or you can always give them a call at 765-481-8650. That's Smart Manufacturing.
Here shortly, back on the floor. Action resuming in just a few moments. The first buzzer sounded just a moment ago. That was the second one. We will head to the floor now. We see the Clinton Prairie dance team shuffled off the court, replaced by the 10 men here playing the last 4:36 in this game. 50-34, the score in favor of the hosting Clinton Prairie Gophers. And we saw their clock management. Here's a 3 by McAtee, too short. Rebound by Wright, as we saw Wright and Holt both with their hands on the ball.
Gonna be a jump ball there.
Jake Jones will come onto the floor, trying to provide an offensive spark for Garrett Morton.
Not sure whose ball it is yet. They said a jump ball, which being Clinton Prairie's possession. Looks like the Stars, however, are going to have the ball.
I'm not sure if the referees know whose ball it is.
Referee's cleaning up a sweat spot right now, right where Wright fell. Gives teams a chance to talk amongst themselves, some strategy.
Yeah, I just checked. Possession arrow is in favor of Western Boone. We'll likely see Stoudemire inbound the ball. Just a tick under 4.5. See how this end of the game goes. It's been all Clinton Prairie this second half after an even matchup in the first. Here's Wright, will be fouled and sent to the line for 2 on that attempt at a left-handed layup.
Foul on Blacker, his third.
24 Drew Blacker, it's his third. 21 Spencer Wright at the line.
Wright needs both of these, cannot afford even one miss at this stage of the game. And he will make the first. Rolls off the front and the back to go in. Here's Spencer Wright, shot missed. Just went around the rim, and now full court pressure. These Gophers played very well responding to pressure this game and throughout the season. Foul as the Stars already in desperation mode. Still 4:15 to go.
Yeah, Stars can put up 15 points in 4 minutes. We've seen that before. It's going to start hitting those shots they haven't hit all game and keep applying this pressure, but now only one foul away from the bonus.
With the inbound is McGraw. Inside, maybe an open shot. No, the defense played well by Spencer Wright. And now the plan for Clinton Prairie, just run as much of the clock out as you can. A lot of dribbling, a lot of passing. No need for quick shots. 50 points already up on the board. Foul called. Hull.
Hull's
fourth.
Yeah, send
That'll send Caleb Peters to the line. Peters shooting around 66% from that area. Shot made. Caleb Peters ready for his second. 1-1 for both these teams. Now for the next few opportunities. From the line, second shot made. And the Stars really would like to make their own free throws after going 1 for 2 on the last trip. Peters goes 2 for 2. Stoudemire goes in bounds for the shot, is missed. And rebounded by Prairie. 5-on-1 on that part of the court. Clinton Prairie knows they have this game. A lot of open shots that they're instead just passing around here. That time it backfired. Could have taken 2 instead with the pass. It's stolen, the bad pass, and a foul as Stoudemire tried to run between a couple defenders. Good call to just his second foul, so Stoudemire sent to the line. Stoudemire made his first out of a 1-on-1 opportunity. He will capitalize. (52-37) the score. Now racing up the court after breaking the press is good. Good, backs things up. Travel. Turnover. Western Boone ball.
Stars gonna have to pick it up here, shoot some deep threes. Or drive as Stoudemire's doing, throws up a circus shot, almost goes in. It's just been that kind of night.
Rebound by Funk, foul against Stoudemire. That's a big foul. There's only 3 minutes left. And Stoudemire there says he's called it with his third.
22, Trevor Funk, the line for the Gophers, 1 of the most.
Glen Prairie only in the bonus right now. Not missing many free throws on the night, though. Consistent all-around game, really, for the Gophers.
Shot made, capitalizing on a 1-on-1 opportunity. And this loss likely going to accrue against the Stars. Could be huge for them next week coming into sectionals. Here's they've gotten a taste of what this good Clinton Prairie team can offer them. These teams favored to meet on next Friday for the second round, and be interested to see how the Stars come out against that game. Now that they've seen Clinton Prairie theoretically just a week earlier. Of course, losing at this deficit. Still not over yet, but the way this team's playing, it seems to be. But really could be huge for Western Boone losing to this Clinton Prairie team, seeing how they respond next week. Foul will be the 4th against Stoudemire.
Number 4, Bailey Good, the line for the Gophers, 1 of the most.
Good, going to be sent to the free throw line.
Good made his first, nearing the 60 mark for the hosting Gophers. Shot made, 56-37. The Stars racing down the court. A deep 3 from the volleyball line missed. Why even bother? Out of bounds, Western Boone possession still. And there's better shots you can find than that.
Yeah, at this point, Stars throwing up some desperation threes, hoping to get some of those in. Seeing that they can make shots like that.
Here's a 3. This one a better shot, but still missed. Too short. That's how this night's gone.
Stoudemire fouls out there.
Fouls on Western Boone, number 3, Cortez Stoudemire, his 5th
we don't see Stoudemire accrue too many fouls throughout the game. I believe might be his first foul out of the year, as he's one of the more disciplined players on this team, but Wellington will come in instead. And there goes Stoudemire for the rest of the night.
Funk a chance to push this to a 20-point lead for the Gophers.
Misses the shot, though. Luckily, his team with a double bonus, so he gets another opportunity. Funk from the line, 1 of 2 on that trip. And only 3 away from 60. The Stars still 3 away from 40. Wellington with a pass to McAtee. Foul called. And while this defense has played pretty tight for Clinton Prairie throughout the game, a lot of fouls have been racked up. Now both teams in the double bonus, still with 2:16 to go. So while they haven't been giving up too many opportunities to shoot, they have been called quite a bit on fouls. Here's the quick free throw made by Jones. 19-point game.
Jones into double digits, 10 points. Second star there.
You know, this one's got to be a painful game to watch for Coach Burkett. He was joking around with me yesterday, said that he feels like he knows Clinton Prairie's players more than he does his own players at this point. The week he had to study this team, and to lose like this after going into the half, tied at 21, it's going to be pretty rough for the first-year coach. But still, the Stars can make everyone forget about this game if they come out firing next Friday, assuming they get past Fountain Central on Tuesday, of course, in the sectional. But the team that handled Fountain Central pretty well earlier in the season.
West Boone can always take some from games, and no matter what it is, since Mr. Right check out, they can use this to fire them up for sectionals. They know they can compete with this team. They've competed with teams that have beaten Clinton Prairie, and very suitable matchup. They can compete. They're going to have to in sectionals. Use this as motivation for sectionals. You don't want to end your season in front of your home crowd.
Going inside with a layup is made. What a shot from Jonathan McAtee. He's not ready to give up yet. The pass, will he take the shot or will he back up? The latter happened. 1:40 to go. The pass out once again to Good. Inside with the layup, taken out of bounds, but it will remain Prairie possession. Garrett McGraw checks in. Will send Jacob Fullerton to the bench. He will get a standing ovation.
Likely going to see the seniors taken out.
Coming in is Cade Osborne. He's a junior, 6 foot. Foul, 1:23 to go.
Foul on Western Boone, number 12, Garrett Morton.
Morton called to the foul there, his second.
Number 20, Grant McGraw at the line, 2 shots.
McGraw missed the first, he'll still get a second though. For the first time tonight, we will see Marcus step for the Stars. As good of a three-point shooter as he is, I'm surprised that we didn't see him coming earlier when the Stars started to struggle. And now 3 seniors have been sent to the bench for Western Boone. Stoudemire fouled out, Wright taken out in the last stoppage of play, and now we saw Connor Hull head to the bench likely for the last time today. Here's Jake Jones, wanted the 3, drives inside for 2, he gets it.
Basket, 24, Jake Jones. 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24, 24
Stars going to let him come up the court. By a little token pressure, but
under a minute to go. The rest of the underclassmen for Western Boone ready to come in. Check that, 2 juniors up on the docket as soon as play is stopped, if play is stopped, but chances are Prairie's just going to finish this game on senior night with a win, as all their winter sport athletes were recognized, a plethora of them before the game. "20 seconds, throwing the ball out of bounds, and you know why he did that. Bring in the rest of the replacements and send the seniors to the bench for Clinton Prairie, and the same goes for the Stars. Today marks the last game in front of this Gopher crowd for Caleb Peters, Bailey Good, Grant McGraw, and Jacob Fullerton.
And Bailey Good commits a foul.
Good waiting for his turn to be taken out of the game if that does happen. Only 15.2 seconds to go. What's been a standout season for the Gophers, improving to 19-4 on the year. And out goes Bailey Good. In comes Luke Longnecker. The 4th standing ovation in this gym for the 4th senior.
.12 seconds left. Stars likely going to try to get one last shot up in this game.
Here's Mitch Miller for 3, too short. Mitch Miller, his dad Brent Miller, the principal here at Western Boone, was on the staff here at Clinton Prairie just 4 years ago. As clock runs out in front of the senior night crowd for Clinton Prairie, walking away with a 59-43 victory. And if things go well next week, these teams will meet again. We will take just a short break and be back for the recap of this game on WBTV.
Whitaker Glass and Mirror, located across from the Lebanon Municipal Building, has been serving the Boone County area for nearly 15 years. Whitaker takes care of windows, specialty glass, mirrors, windshields, and more. Contact Troy and Janie at 765-482-1500 or online at www.whitglass.com.
We're back here, final score 59-43. Let's take a look at some of the numbers here, Tyler.
We'll go with the visiting Stars first. 2 points from Connor Hull, 3 from Caleb Freeman, 4 from Spencer Wright, then 3 Stars in double figures. Jonathan McAtee with 10 points, and then Jake Jones and Cortez Stoudemire 12 apiece. Looking at the winning Gophers, putting up 59 points. 1 point from Garrett McGraw, free throw, 7 from Drew Blacker, 3 from Bailey Good, 9 on 3 threes from Grant McGraw. Trevor Frunk, the 6'3" sophomore, 15 points. And then Caleb Peters, the senior, having a great game. 25 points, 17 of those coming in the second half.
Yeah, pretty impressive second half performance for Clinton Prairie, who, as of late, have played better in the second half than the first. We saw going into the break, it was 21-21 after first half of play, and the Stars just outmatched come second half. It'll be interesting to see if these two teams will match up against each other next Friday at Western Boone and how the Stars will play, reacting to the game, the pressures that they saw, the defenses that they had to go up against, the players they had to match up against. We'll see how the Stars respond and how Clinton Prairie comes in knowing that they defeated the Stars pretty handily just a week ago. This coming next week, of course, and just see how the confidence factors in to the game next week. big thank you goes out to the athletic department here at Clinton Prairie. And big fan of Brian Eaton am I now as the athletic director of Clinton Prairie. Really helpful throughout the week, and then here today getting us hooked up with what we needed to. Unfortunately, our computer didn't like the Wi-Fi system here at Clinton Prairie. No fault of Mr. Eaton, though, as he was really accommodating for us and the whole athletics department here of Clinton Prairie. Thank you to our technical director. On the spot is Jonathan Foltz, as our normal technical director had a few medical problems today. Hopefully he can get back to good health next week. Camera operator Brianna Finch, color commentator Tyler Brunny, and play-by-play and director Nathaniel Finch, wishing you a good weekend. And we will talk to you guys sectional basketball first on Tuesday at 7:30, and then hopefully Friday and Saturday if things go well for the Stars. That's it. That's all for today's broadcast. Everybody have a good weekend.